BoDean 52, how are you folks? Man, there are so many cool places to go see. So many amazing motorcycles to ride. But it sure seems like there's not many kids riding anymore. What the heck is going on? And how are we going to help fix it? So the majority of folks that follow this YouTube channel are between 45 and 65. I think 20 to 30, I may have like 8% that watch my videos. Now, that could just be because I'm an old dude. Not exactly sure, but it sure seems like the motorcycle community is going to be aged out at some point. And I just want to talk a little bit about that and really get your feedback, because we got to fix that, folks. So I wonder how many of you, of us, grew up riding dirt bikes or horses. Focus, BoDean, focus. Talking about motorcycles. How many of us rode dirt bikes when we were young? For me, I didn't. I started riding motorcycles, though I rode some a little young, for a year maybe, in my mid-40s. So truly riding motorcycles in my mid-40s. Is it possible, or do you think that those folks that started off young riding dirt bikes graduated, if you will, that's probably a wrong word, but as they got older, made a little more money, got out of their teenage years, decided to buy another motorcycle and turn into somebody that rides an ADV, maybe still dirt rides, and maybe rides a street motorcycle, no matter what it is. I'm wondering what's the percent of folks that rode dirt bikes to street bikes as they got older? What do you say, 50%? Maybe? So why did those folks ride dirt bikes? Maybe they grew up in the environment where their parents were like that. Maybe they were encouraged to ride and start off on dirt bikes by their parents. Maybe they had friends that got them into it. I don't know. And I still think there's a lot of kids riding dirt bikes. But I'm not quite sure that they're turning into folks that are riding street bikes. And we're not talking about Harley Davidsons. So is some of it not fault, just opportunity for us as parents, as our kids are growing up, to open them up to that? Maybe. In hindsight, if I was riding back then, I would have done it. I have 2 adult children. They both do not ride motorcycles. But maybe they did if I would have brought it to them early. I don't know. Then, of course, you can go into it's expensive, dude. And you're right. Getting a new motorcycle can be expensive. Now, there are a lot of different motorcycles out there. We're not just talking about expensive Harley Davidsons or expensive Goldwings or expensive Indian Cruisers. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about motorcycles. You can get an ADV bike new for $6,000, $7,000 now. And boy, there are plenty of used motorcycles that for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 you can get on the road. Is it that? Is it the cost that, some of these young kids are going, I don't want to spend my money on that? Is it that half of them aren't working? That's a whole different video. But what is it? Is it the money of buying the new bikes? Is it that they didn't grow up in it? Is it that they're thinking and want to do something else now? Maybe riding a motorcycle is not cool to them. It's not fun to them. I mean, who can not like riding a Road King? Come on. If there's a kid, a teenager, somebody in their early 20s that don't think a 2000 Road King Classic is a cool motorcycle, They got a lot bigger problems than riding, I gotta tell you. And I just wonder, what the heck is it? And then what can we do about it? I'm not so sure. I started this video off where I was in front of this train that turned into an ice cream place. And I don't think you could see it because I tried to keep it off camera. There are a couple young kids on the end of that train where I guess you can go outside and kind of turn a wheel and stuff. And boy, they were looking at my motorcycle. You know, maybe it's the sound of Duke that did it. But almost all kids, when you go in a neighborhood or somewhere else, they all get super excited. Don't you do it, don't you do it. You dumb son of a bitch. No, don't wave to me. Okay, folks, I know that I have a PG channel, but that's just not right. But what the heck do we do to change them? Those kids that were on that train, that's where I was going before this guy in a Focus tried to kill me. What do you do? Do you wave to those kids like I did? Do you stop and rev the engine? Do you give it a little tunnel action like I did? Do you stop and talk to them? Well, maybe if their parents were there, of course. How do we get kids and people back into motorcycles? Because it sure seems like we're aging out, and that's not good. I don't know. Love your feedback. Please let me know what your thoughts are. And did you ride when you were young? And is that what has kept you riding all these years? Or do you think I missed it and there's something else? Meanwhile, I will let you guys go. Be safe out there. I don't want you to see me beating up this guy in this Ford Focus, because that wouldn't be right. Check in a friend, folks. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.